Hi everyone, Jeremy here from Davinci Studio, and to do a quick video to share with you how to use the Paper Rip Transition Pack. This is a pack that contains 20 different transitions for Davinci Resolve to give you a Paper Rip transition effect to switch between two clips. So if you're ready, let's check it out. Alright, so once you've purchased the pack, you will get this zip file. Just double click on it to unzip it. It will give you this folder. In the folder, you have a couple of things. You got the license, the installation instruction, and the TRFX file. Please just double click on the TRFX file to start the installation process, and then you can just click install. Then once in Davinci Resolve, you can go over to Effect, Video Transition, Video to Studio, and then here you will find the Paper Rip Transition Pack. As you can see, you get 20 different transitions to choose from. You can then drag them in between the two clips that you have in your timeline. As you can see right now, it doesn't do anything. It's because we haven't trimmed all clip yet. You need to give some space for the transition to be able to be applied. So here we're just gonna trim slightly the edges, and then we're gonna reconnect our two clips. And I'm now able to just drag here a transition in between my two clips. Now let's zoom in a little bit. And as you can see here, if I play it, I'm dropping a bunch of frame. Depending on the complexity of the transition, you might drop a lot or not that much, depending on the power of your computer as well. If that's the case, you can just go over to playback, put the cache, and then here select smart instead of none. That will just bring that bar right here that will turn from red to blue. And when it's fully blue, that means that the transition has been cached in and you can play it at real-time playback. Also, a quick note, with Davinci Resolve 19 and Davinci Resolve 19.1, there was a bug sometimes that was happening with transition being glitchy and not really being applied properly. That was the case for native transition to Davinci Resolve and third-party transition. A quick fix to that, in case that ever happened to you, is simply to extend and reduce, or just like basically change the timing of the transition. You can bring it back to the default right after, but basically what it does, it kind of allows Davinci to recache the transition and basically avoid having a bug or a glitch. However, it seems to have been fixed now with Davinci Resolve 19.2. As you can see, I'm not getting any issue right now. But yeah, that was a problem for Davinci Resolve 19 and 19.1, I believe. So that's a quick fix to that in case that is happening to you and you don't know what to do. Now, as you've seen, we can extend or reduce the length of the transition and it will automatically adapt. So here I can extend that to make it longer if I want, and the transition will be simply a lot longer. You have the exact time being here displayed in the inspector. As you can see, as I'm extending or reducing the transition, it is displayed in the inspector in second and in frame. So if you know exactly the time that you want to be displayed for, you can switch it directly here in the inspector. For example, here 2 seconds. At any moment, you can just double click on the parameter to reset it to the default value. Now let me tell you about the functionality of those transitions. Basically, they all share a common base, which is the paper style, the transition, and the paper control. Once you understand all those affect the transition, you'll be able to modify any of the 20 transitions available in this pack very easily. So basically, you get the paper style and the transition style. You can choose between 4 different transition styles. We get style 4, that is basically the paper edge, and on top of that, the texture being applied to the footage. Then we have number 3, which is pretty much the same, but this time the blending is different. And then we have transition style 2, which is just the paper and the initial footage. And then we get transition style 1, which is just the paper edge, and there is no texture applied to the footage. So you can easily toggle and choose which one you prefer, and then you can also choose the paper style. So here we have 18 different paper texture you can choose from, and some will be better suited to be applied, for example, here on their own, or to be applied, you know, as a blended one. Typically that journal texture would be better probably on its own as like paper, and then the crinkled one would be better to be applied as texture maybe. So I'll let you browse those 18 different texture to see what's gonna fit best and suit your project best. If you want to have, you know, a texture that is more present or not, if you want to have something that is more subtle, there is really a lot to choose from that can help you elevate and match your video footage. And then lastly, we get the paper control. So here you can basically choose the amount, edge contrast, edge scale, etc. Those are going to be the parameter that going to affect the edges of your paper rip transition. So here you have the amount, which is basically going to be the thickness of those rip transition. Then you have the edge contrast, which is going to allow you to basically distort that in different ways. The contrast, for example, is going to work hand in hand with the edge intensity. As you increase the intensity here, you're going to need to reduce the to contrast to keep some integrity to the paper. So you can just play around with those to get to the result that you want. Basically, each parameter are kind of like counterbalancing each other. So that's gonna require a bit of just, trial and error to get exactly to the kind of look that you might want. But by default, they are all supposed to work well. So if you're happy with that, you can just go ahead with what we've created for you. Then here by default, we have a soft edge shadow. You can either having it being more solid or you can have it more soft. And if you decide to remove it completely, you can here bring the alpha to 0 and you will have no shadow beyond that paper. As mentioned, the 20 transitions share the same parameter. So once you understood how to play around with those, you're going to be able to just apply any of them very easily. Then it's just a matter of, like the direction that the transition is taking, the style, the shape, etc. But yeah, they are pretty simple and easy to use. That was the whole point. So I hope they will be helpful to you. Again, this is available on our website at videotutorstudio.com. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Speed up your workflow and create better videos using the pack available on our website, including titles, transition, and templates built only for Davinci Resolve. Get started today by downloading our free starter pack that contains over 150 elements. Link in the description below or at videotutorstudio.com.